Institut Teknologi 10 November. She received her master degree in Master of Science in Department of Biology at Universitas Airlangga, and she is a Bachelor of Science from Department of Biology 2 from Institut Teknologi 10 November. Her research interest is ecology, biogeography, and product innovation for conservation. Now, without further ado, let's proceed to the main agenda by Ibu Iska Desmawati. Okay, Ibu Iska, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Mbak Oci, to deliver such nice information for me. And today, for all the participants, I'm really honored to be a moderator in here, to be our special guest lecturer. Will be deliver about enhancing productivity and sustainability of agriculture communities. This is really popular right now. Like we like COP 26 now in Glasgow is already still ongoing, right, Dr. Lordy? And we also talk a lot about climate change, about biology, and of course we talk about how we can change like old agriculture to be sustainable, more sustainable, to be more a better future for our generation, right?
Yes, that's right.
Expert like advanced lecture today, I would love to introduce also our speaker, Dr. Lordy Plaza from the Tarlac Agriculture University. For the educational background, Ibu Dr. Lordy, I am always talk Ibu, like our polite ways to say man in Indonesian ways. Have a Doctor of Philosophy in Animal Science from Tarlac Agriculture University, and also got a Master of Science in Veterinary Medicine, University of Philippines, and also got a Doctor of Veterinary also from University of the Philippines, Los Angeles. And for Dr. Lordy also have a lot of work experience. It is maybe a part of today and until now. She is associate professor in Tarlac Agriculture University. Before that is instructor in Tarlac and also assistant professor. For the professional membership is associate member for National Research Council of the Philippines and also member for Philippine Association of Agriculturists, member for Philippine Association of Veterinary Medicine Educator and Schools. That will be great membership, Dr. Lordy. And for subject being taught is about gross anatomy of the dogs, comparative anatomy, histology, this is more like biology, animal welfare, animal ecology with environmental science. I think I need to learn more from you today. And ruminant production and health management. So it's been a wonderful CV from Dr. Lordy Plaza. And I think it is not being so long for the introduction. I will get to Dr. Lordy Plaza to have such nice presentation for your lecture. And for this participant, you can we will have a Q&A session after the lecture. Thank you so much. So time is yours, Dr. Lordy.
Thank you, Ibu Iska, for that very kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning to me. It's 2 a.m. in the morning now in my location. So yes. I am happy to be here. I was afraid earlier that I might sleep and will not be able to attend this activity. But thanks to Dr. Rainey for waking me up and for informing me about the time difference about in Indonesia and in here. Okay, so let me just share my slide. Good morning to my colleagues and students at Tarlac Agricultural University and all our attendees here at ITS. So let me just share my slide. Okay, so I hope you will bear with me and I hope you will learn something from me. So again, good morning. So we always say good morning for us to forget about the time, forget about
Yeah.
rushing, going home and everything. So my topic is all about enhancing productivity and sustainability of agricultural communities on a TAU College of Veterinary Medicine perspective. So I am going to share what we do to sustain our agricultural communities um, in our province or in our country. And may I just share, modesty aside, all our achievements, being the smallest college in Tarlac Agricultural University, because we're the smallest college in terms of number of teachers or number of faculty members and number of students. But I will be very proud to share our achievements and our humble activities on how do we contribute to agricultural productivity and sustainability of our communities. So here is the outline of my presentation is I will be introducing to you Tarlac Agricultural University and CVM and our extension capabilities and involvement, the crucial role of our course, the veterinary medicine course or program, and students in providing and facilitating extension activities in the community. I'm always talking about extension or extension activities because this is how we reach out to our communities. So we do extension activities, a lot of extension activities. This is our language in reaching out to the farmers, to our clients, and to the community. Okay, and also I will be talking about some of our extension agenda and direction, extension activities before pandemic and extension activities during pandemic, because these two have a little something like a gap differences in our carrying out of our extension activities. And of course, I have to emphasize the involvement of activities in attaining a productive and sustainable agriculture. Because in TAU CVM, we actually expose our students to our extension activities for them to learn this early, how to help or how is the condition in our community and what are the areas that they may be able to extend their hands and improve the improve the agricultural status and sustainability of our community. Okay, and these are the expected outcomes for the students. At the end of the topic, they should be able to discuss the importance of extension activity, extension and community involvement in enhancing productivity and sustainability of agricultural communities, and discuss the crucial role of the DVM program, and maybe they can relate this to their own program or own courses, and DVM students in facilitating extension activities in the community, and formulate maybe and subsequently apply in your respective schools, in your respective programs, or some possible extension works that you may learn from us. Okay, so for the introduction, let me just share to you that Tarlac Agricultural University is a university in the Philippines. It is found in the heart of Luzon. And modesty aside, these are some of our achievements as we try to achieve our vision, which is to be one of the top 500 universities in the Philippines. During the ranking, or the Times Higher ranking, we are now on the 401st and to 600 ranking, and we are also awarded 3 stars by the QS Stars rating system. And out of the 5 universities in the Philippines, we are the only state college or state university to be on the impact ranking. And also, with regards to our extension activities, it's not just the College of Veterinary Medicine, it's the whole university that is very involved in dealing or in conducting extension activities, and that is why we have gained our ISO certification in research, extension, and training, and in the conduct of extension activities. Okay, so for the duties and roles of the DVM, or Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program, in enhancing the productivity and sustainability of agricultural communities, let me just share this with you. In our university, this is just a short story time. Back then, I was expecting that when I was hired as a teacher, as an educator, as a lecturer at the university, I was always thinking about dealing only with students, dealing with only with instruction. But I was surprised, and to my awe, there are a lot of functions of, responsibilities of an educator or a teacher in the university. So we delve on instruction, we do a lot of research works, we are also involved in production, and of course, the products of our research and the successes of our production, we radiate that to our clients, and we call that extension. I have been into extension for a lot of years now. I will tell that later. Okay, so here I have made my own um, what do you call this, meaning, or I have here some acronyms for the extension. So I put here E, the first E, as to embrace the role of an extensionist, engage in noble activities. And for the X, extend a hand, extend help. For the T, we tie up with people, because you cannot do it. You cannot do extension activities alone. Tie up with organizations for you to have a better turnout and better conduct if you are with an organization that is so established, so organized, and will help you with the funds. We empower people because when we say extension in just a snap, we can think of farmers, the roots of our agriculture. So we empower these farmers, we empower the people, we educate them for them to be able to catch up with the trends in the technology, and for them to be able to sustain whatever it is that is need to be sustained. So we also do needs assessment. So we do not just go in a far or in a place and then we do extension. We do not do that. We check on the needs first of the community. We check on the needs of people. Sometimes it comes as a request from the people in a community or in a group. And then we try to sustain their livelihood. That's for the S. And then we initiate and we innovate. And the time is always now. So we do not delay this. As soon as we have the request, as soon as we know already the needs of the community, and as soon as we have the means, the resources, and the ready technology to be shared, we do it right there and then. So we do it now. So that's extension for me. Okay, so as veterinarians, we are animal doctors. And we are not just animal doctors, we are also teachers in our college. And we are in charge of a lot of activities. So for number one, we are in charge of food security. So we make sure we can actually help our community to provide food for their families, and to a certain extent may provide additional profit or improve the livelihood of their families. So we are into food animals also. Most of the time, we give them stocks for them to raise and for them to multiply and for them to sustain. So we are in charge of food security. We are also in charge of environment safety. So we also conduct extension activities regarding environmental protection, and we have conducted also a series of this, improving animal and human health, and we are also advocates of One Health. So we make sure that it's not just the animals that are healthy and okay. We also make sure that the public is healthy and safe. Okay, as mentioned, we also safeguard animal and public health. So we do animal welfare campaign, also campaign for public health and safeguarding animal health. We will have more of that. And of course, we utilize these tools of communication in the pursuit of further knowledge. So we always improve, we continue our education, we continue to be trained, we continue to learn more knowledge, learn more skills for us to be able to serve local and international clienteles, or for us to present ourselves in the local and international settings. So CVM faculty members, for your information, if you would want to know how many faculty members or how many teachers are there at the College of Veterinary Medicine, we are only 13. And we are working our hearts out, we are working really hard to contribute to community and community development. Okay, so this is just one picture of our extension activities wherein we were invited as speakers and as trainers to this potential beneficiaries. Okay, so what do we do? Basically, we develop from our researches, we formulate, and then the results we share and implement the technologies. And then we give these helpful strategies to our farmers, to our clienteles, to improve their livelihood. Or if not just the group that is requesting, no, we can actually radiate this to the rural communities that are in need of our technical help or in need of our trainings. I mean research outputs. Okay. So can you still hear me? Am I clear? Am I audible? Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still.
Yes, be with me, guys. It's 2 a.m. here. Okay, so I hope you bear with me.
I hope it.
Okay, I hope you already get the core of my my talk. No, that this is extension activity, extension involvement. So a short story time. What about this 15? This 15 is a magic number for me. So I have been in the academy for 15 years. So I have been in not a single year. Me and my colleagues, there's not a single year that we skipped, that we did not do extension activities. All of my 15 years are fruitful, together with my colleagues and my students, in reaching out to the community. So we give them education, we educate our farmers, then we give them knowledge on how to provide for their families, eggs, chickens, sheep, goat, and some of them have success stories that they have improved their livelihood. And their success stories are our success stories. So I say that in my 15 years, extension activities have been very, very successful. Okay, so when I say very, very successful, it's not that I became rich out of the extension activities. I didn't gain a lot of money from extension activities. It's just a lot of thank yous and a lot of gratitudes, and that fills my heart really, really well. That it gives my heart a big pump, and that big pump can help me again for another maybe 15 years to extend help to our farmers. Okay, so our extension activities, as I have mentioned earlier, should be organized as that, and should be in line with the TAU's mission and vision, and of course, the Philippine agenda, the needs of the country, or the priorities of our funding agencies, which are government agencies. And again, we are very aggressive in terms of research. We are aggressive in terms of conducting a lot of technologies, a lot of activities. We are aggressive in developing technologies so that we may be able to help our farmers or our clienteles better. And we are also in collaboration with different national funding agencies and other international linkages. And thank you. You are now one of our clients, wherein we can extend our expertise in lectures and everything. And we hope to partner more with the ITS.
We hope also.
Okay. So in conducting extension activities, we do not just go there and do this, do that, do the lecture, do the educating, educating farmers, empowering farmers. Of course, we have to be trained. At the College of Veterinary Medicine, I am very thankful for this. Our former dean, now our VP for Research Extension and Training, has taught us a lot, has prepared, equipped us a lot to be better extensionists. So we, at the College of Veterinary Medicine, we also upgrade our education. We enroll in masters. We specialize in the subjects that we are very interested in, and we actually delve on areas wherein we can help our clienteles or our farmers better. So at the College of Veterinary Medicine, all of us are trained in production, animal production. Any animal production that is within our reach or within the core or under the roof of veterinary medicine and animal science, then we can do lectures on that. And also, here are some of our other faculty members who are now called not just extensionists, but we are now called experts in our respective fields. Okay, so much for our introduction. So what about our extension agenda, research and extension capabilities and involvement agenda and direction? So how do we do extension works in the first place? Of course, we get our hands dirty, we get our clothes dirty when we go in barrios or in far-flung areas to attend to the needs of animals, attend to the needs of farmers. We experience that, and it's very enjoyable. No, we also we go to the roots, we go to the farmers, we help our farmers, we give them skills trainings, we give them seminars, we give them technology demonstration, we do community outreach, and of course, as doctors of animals, we give technical assistance. And all of this to improve their social and economic conditions in life. So these are just some of the pictures of evidences of our extension activities, how we reach out to our farmers or to the community. Okay, so our guiding principles for the conduct of our extension activities, as mentioned earlier, we first investigate or examine, or we try to check on the needs or problems and concerns of a community, which is usually which is from our adopted community or adopted group, or maybe just a popping group or clients from the TAU community or from the Philippines or from the region. And then this we make sure that our extension activities should be there for the improvement or development of the capabilities of the local leaders. Well, we cannot attend to all farmers all at the same time. Okay, we cannot attend to all groups or all barangays or all entities because we can only do enough. We are only 13 in the College of Veterinary Medicine. And so what we do is we capacitate the local leaders or capacitate other trainers or other extensionists for us to be able to reach out to these farmers. We have to have them. We have to have these allies or sidekicks, as we say, or we have to have our tie-ups. And we also make sure that extension programs should be established and be self-sustaining and self-renewing. So with that, we also recognize the strength of our faculty members and our students, because if you do not recognize the strength of your faculty members, you will not be able to give better help, or better extension activities. Of course, you have to know the expertise of one faculty, and you have to check on the strengths of these students also, their specialization, their focus, and their strength. And of course, we cannot discount or we cannot disregard the devotion of our faculty members to extension activities, and of course the values that we have adopted or we have gained from the different activities that we have conducted, as these are required to render effective performance of our tasks as extensionists. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, this is just to give more emphasis. Our Tarlac Agricultural University College of Veterinary Medicine aims to participate in extension and training programs to address the community problems, concerns, and issues. We also have our thrusts and priorities of the government to follow or to be aligned with. And for our thrusts and priorities, we have here the free-range chicken production, practical goat management, sheep production, barangay animal health worker training. Barangay is the smallest unit in a community. So this is the smallest political unit in a community. So there are animal health workers there who needs to be trained, empowered, and needs to be assisted. And of course, the native pig and chicken production. We also have techno demo projects inside the campus, and for some model techno-demo farms in our communities. This has been actually taught and trained by the faculty members of the College of Veterinary Medicine who are experts in this field. We also develop IEC materials for and distribute this to our farmers or clienteles for them to read and for them to spill over to other potential farmers or other people who needs them. We make pamphlets, manuals, and other publication materials for us to be able to reach out to people who are not into internet and who are not into the social media. Of course, we also have this trust, suitable management of extension activities through regular monitoring, evaluation, documentation, and publication to provide information that can support to develop services to clienteles and other stakeholders. As research project leaders or research project members, we make sure that our researches should be extended to our farmers, and this technology should be monitored and evaluated from time to time, should be visited from time to time, and should be published for the better, for further the cause of research and extension. Okay, we also adopt a barangay. We adopt one community to improve the quality of life of rural of people in there, in the pursuit of community development, of course, and of course, technical assistance to various clienteles. So here are the SDGs covered in this topic. We can end hunger, end poverty, end hunger. We also have here gender equality, technology to benefit all, safe cities and communities, and mechanisms and partnership to reach the goal. So we have a lot of SDGs covered in this topic. So here are the trust and priority programs. In short, we have this. We do this at the College of Veterinary Medicine. And in terms of the agenda, I have mentioned free-range chicken, goat. So these are the livestock and poultry. So what do we do with this livestock and poultry? We educate the people or the farmers, the people involved in production, how to process their products, their economics and marketing. Of course, we are not just the solo college to conduct these activities. We also we also partner with the different experts from the different colleges, like the economics, animal science, and other experts from the university to help us carry out better our extension activities. We also are into gender and development. We empower female farmers, we empower male farmers, and both. ICT, waste management, health, and socioeconomic aspect of researches turned into extension activities. So what are the adequate and relevant projects or activities we have conducted before the pandemic? These are aligned with the trusts and priority programs of the government, of course, and this is in line with the TAU's mission and vision. Of course, we have a lot of extension activities. So this is the common extension activity that we have. We do seminars, we do trainings, no? We train people who are interested in this, in one maybe popular commodity or one technology that is trending. And this, we do trainings for some topics or, products that are actually of big value, not just trending, no, not big which can be of very high potential in improving the livelihood of our farmers. So we have a lot of research activities wherein these technologies that we transmit to our farmers are being developed. So we have a lot of research activities. These activities are aligned with the priorities of the government. And these researches, okay, the technologies of these researches are translated or radiated into these extension activities. So one research project turned into extension activity, the most popular now, if not in the community of Tarlac Agricultural University, the most popular in the Philippines, is the free-range chicken project. This is a loan and aid for women project. So this has been running from 2014 to date. I mean, up to now. So this is manned and headed by Dr. Maria Asuncion Beltran, our former dean and our vice president for research extension and training. She dreamed of producing this very good variety of chicken wherein they can serve us, they can give us meat and chicken eggs as well. And this is how they do it. They have this satellite poultry breeding center wherein they breed this potential breeds that can help in improving the lives of our farmers. They have the sustainable chick production being maintained in the college or the techno demo farm, and these chicks will be given to our clienteles or our farmers or our farmer beneficiaries for them to grow, for them to multiply, and for them to sustain. Okay, so there are a lot of also of feed technologies that have been conducted and have been proven effective in this project. We have the duckweed, madre de agua, azola production, and other green feeds that we give to our poultry and livestock. So this is how the project runs. So the free-range chicken project, before it became really popular or it flourished the region and the country, started with roughly 20 beneficiaries. So these 20 beneficiaries were given free-range chicken stocks. They were given like 25, if I'm not mistaken, 50 chickens to start with. And then this is a loan in such a way that they will not pay the chickens with chickens also. They will pay the chicken with a certain number of eggs. And these eggs, the good eggs from these farmers, will be incubated or were incubated. And again, they will train another set of beneficiaries for them to pass on the hatched eggs or the chicks for them to start with. So I have talked to the project research assistant project, Dr. Anali Paragas, about this one sometime last semester, that the secondary beneficiaries have already have paid their loan, and there are a lot of rolling beneficiaries, rolling stocks now for the different waves of beneficiaries. So they already have more than 500 beneficiaries, excluding the people that they have trained during the training, and excluding the spillovers or the other people who learned from informal trainings of the trained ones. So it's rolling and rolling and rolling, and until now it's still working and serving the community. So the CVM, the Free Range Chicken Project, flourished and became known nationwide in the Philippines, and this has been funded by the DA BAR and DA Bureau of Animal Industry, and the technologies that were developed from this research project were adopted by the National Livestock Program of the Department of Agriculture with the Agricultural Training Institute in the Philippines. And so what our vice president did is she has equipped all faculty members to be involved in this program. We became all trainers for the free range chicken production. So this is how it started. So there were some groups or organizations asking for training from Dr. Maria Asuncion Beltran, but because of the popularity, because of the demand for this project, she can only accommodate enough. And the Tarlac Agricultural University can only accommodate enough. And so being trainers, we now we help Dr. Maria Asuncion Beltran in training other farmers. So we conducted the training of trainers of free-range chicken production for farmer, poultry school, different batches. Okay, so this is still at Tarlac Agricultural University back then. Here's my colleagues, but again, because of the demand, we cannot accommodate all requests from different regions. So with the tie-up with Agricultural Training Institute, our faculty members or we went to the different provinces in the different islands of the Philippines to do trainings or conduct seminars on free-range chicken that is entitled One Day Advocacy Back to Basics. So imagine the demand. They only request our training ground was only the university. But since there are a lot of requests from the different provinces and different regions, we have to go down or we have to go up to these regions for us to educate farmers on free-range chicken. So this is one of my colleagues, Dr. Regina, went to the mountain province to render extension services on free-range chicken. And Dr. Isla in an area in a province, Pangasinan. Dr. Alan in Mindanao. This is Philippines has 3 islands: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So this is the farthest island in Mindanao, where you can find Negros Occidental. Okay, so up north, Visayas, Dr. Charlie in South Luzon, and Dr. Crestel in far north, Luzon, together with Dr. Alan. And there, Dr. Charlie and also Dr. Coson back then. And I and Dr. Lavina Gracia Ramirez, who will also be one of your speakers, went to an island called Mindoro in the Philippines. We also went to Mindanao for us to train trainers and train farmers for the free-range chicken production. So that is how we do our extension works. And imagine how many natives in the island we have trained. Of course, our partner in partnership with the Agricultural Training Institute. It's really hard to manage a lot of people, but we actually survived it, and we know in our hearts. Me and Dr. Lavina trained all these people during this time. And also their project, Free-Range Chicken, is in partnership with a lot of non-government organizations with women in Tarlac City. So some of our, not just our beneficiaries or our trainees or our clienteles are not just from the rural community, but we also have clients from the city, wherein these people have space, ample space for them to grow their chickens. And these are some of the success stories of the free-range chicken. They also have men's cooperative partnership. So we actually targeted the gender and development here. Women group, men group, all were trained in improving their chicken production. And because of this popularity, may I just share the story that the success research extension activity of Tarlac Agricultural University has inspired a lot of universities. So with the leadership of Dr. Beltran, this project has been radiated to 6 universities in the Philippines, from Pampanga State Agricultural University, Isabela State University, Ifugao, Bataan Peninsulares, Bulacan, and Quirino State Universities. So this is one of the solutions to pandemic, that if farmers can raise their own livestock and poultry, they can raise their own food and they can raise their family, or maybe improve their livelihood even during the pandemic. Okay, so next to the free-range chicken is our CVM, Veterinary Teaching Hospital. So the people involved here are the resident veterinarians, student clinicians, or pet and animal owners. So for the information of everybody, our veterinary teaching hospital is not only limited to dogs and cats or your companion animals. We also serve livestock and poultry owners, and we do continuous technical assistance. We make sure that our students do the hands-on, because it's not experience is not enjoyed. It's not enjoyable, or hands-on experience is I think necessary for these students to be able to carry out their function as veterinarians in the future. So they are trained hands-on. Another project is the Native Pig Project. So also we have this as loan or aid for farmers. So involved here are the veterinarians in charge of the project, student clinicians, and farmers of the adopted community. So here our project leader is Dr. Sinamor Estudillo. So the scheme is also like that in the free-range chicken. So the Native Pig Project started with 20 trained beneficiaries or 20 trained farmers. These farmers were given native pig stocks to start with, and then give them ample time to take good care and reproduce the piglets. The pigs with reproduce, so they will pay back the loan also with piglets. And these piglets, the next generation will roll and roll and roll and roll, so that we can have a lot of beneficiaries out of this loan or aid for these farmers. Another one, same scheme, the organic native chicken production for livelihood project. We also involve our veterinarians here, the project in charge, and student clinicians. Again, as mentioned earlier, we also adopt a community or a barangay. Again, this is the smallest unit, smallest political unit in the Philippines. We call them barangay. And in our adopted barangay, we conduct our vaccination drives and other technical services. And also, they are a priority in giving out our dole out or our stocks for them to start with. So the scheme is we adopt a barangay, then we improve the livelihood or we improve the profit of the farmers there, and then we help them sustain their agricultural activities in their barangay. Another one where veterinarians or the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine are involved in is the Agrarian Reform, Community Connectivity, and Economic Support Services. So we are tapped by this project, the ARCSES, to become lecturers and trainers for their target beneficiaries and the different municipalities of our province, Tarlac. So I have rendered goat production lectures, cattle production lectures, free-range chicken production, and I didn't mention here the native pig production. So here are some of the lectures that we also have rendered in the different extension activities. Okay, are you still with me, guys? Please be with me.
Yes.
Please bear with me.
Yes,
Okay, I hope you're learning something. And another story time. We were also tapped by a group of by the DA and Agricultural Training Institute of the region, our region, Region 3. And we also served as trainers and speakers for some health personnels or veterinary personnels during the hype and the height of avian flu in the province. So we help our ATI and our trainees in managing and conducting their activities in the laboratory and in trying to hold, control, and contain the virus avian flu in chickens during this time. So here are your trainers together with our respectable officials in the university. Here are the people we trained on the downstreaming. And ibang picture na pala to. In the goat health seminar workshop. This is a different seminar now. And also our farmers poultry school on free-range chicken. So this is the closing program. These people were trained by by our faculty at the College of Veterinary Medicine. This I'm very proud of. We have only a few faculty members, but we are trained to train, and we are the learnings and the acquisition of skills is still in continuum. Okay, so also this was the picture that I was talking about, that we trained trainers on the downstream training on enhancing field to laboratory connections sponsored by ATI at the Regional Training Center 3. So here this is a pop request. Let me just share a story. This is a group of farmers in Isabela, Philippines. So they just came in. This is actually rush. They came in and they asked for training since they are already at our agricultural university. So we conducted goat production seminar for them, as they are they are ruminant enthusiasts. Okay, so that's our story and a lot more before the pandemic. This is just one side of the coin. Some faculty members have also a lot of stories to share, but I am only allowed to do 1 hour lecture. But we have a lot of activities to really, if you can share. Pero maybe these are the major activities that we have conducted before the pandemic. During the pandemic, we were limited to some extent because of the movement of people, but we tried to manage and we tried to check on our farmers, beneficiaries before the pandemic, and this is the scenario. These farmers are very good in raising their chickens. They are already providing eggs for their families, and they're already selling them, and they're earning money from these stocks. We also doled out ruminants, the goats, for them to start with, to improve improve their livelihood, maybe profit in the future. And we gave them goat stocks to start with. So this project is headed again by Dr. Beltran, together with Dr. Ana Paragas and other faculty members. Okay, so since it's pandemic, we were not allowed to go out then, and because we are extensionists by heart, so there's nothing can stop us from doing extension activities. So we explored the social media platform, and we have conducted this public health activity, the antimicrobial resistance awareness campaign. So our research outputs from the different researches with regards to antimicrobial resistance were all tackled here, and were all radiated to our audience, especially to our farmers. So also, as mentioned earlier, we conducted One Health, or the human and animal health webinars. And just recently, last July, we had this first international summer short course, Advances in Small Ruminant Production and Breeding, because we believe that in the surge of African swine fever and in battling the wrath of pandemic, we have this alternative. We can use the meat of the sheep and the goat. We can improve their productivity for us to survive pandemic, not just in the Philippines, but also in Indonesia. So this was done in partnership with Universitas Brawijaya and Universitas Gadjah Mada, and the rest are Philippine universities: University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Central Luzon State University, Don Mariano Marcos State University, and our Cagayan State University. So this activity was very successful, and I'm very happy about it, because we have reached out to a lot of students and other farmer enthusiasts, not only in the Philippines, but if I may say, in the Asia. And we have selected experts for us to be able to render this extension activities. Maybe we can partner with ITS in the future, Ibuiska.
Yes.
For us to conduct another international activity for sustainable agriculture. I will be looking forward to it.
I think I already mentioned by our department from biology, and our head of department would be lovely to talk with the Tarrant University. Also, from maybe Dr. Lordy will be speaking to my department also. Maybe we will invite you in another event.
Yes, and you can And you can also you can invite any of our faculty members. Since
Yes.
as I mentioned, we are all trained in conducting extension activities for animal production.
Yes, that
So
would be
another
great.
one that we had is this agree tayo kay doc. This just means that we agree with you, doctor, something like that. This is an animal production e-training series wherein we conducted broiler racing, layer racing, free-range chicken, quail, rabbit. These are alternatives for swine production, native pig, and the conventional swine production now, and aquaculture. So we had this last July also to August. And also, again, we have invited speakers for us to help for us to mean to carry out these activities even better. So we have here experts from the different universities and experts from the industry. We also have this radio guesting wherein we share the results for the antimicrobial resistance. This is a public health service that we did. And another one, radio broadcasting also on free-range chicken, conducted by Dr. Annalie Paragas, for us to reach more and more clients, or more and more farmers to help. Okay, and also with the success of these activities, our activities were mentioned or were featured in one of the digital newspapers, the Manila Times, and regional newspaper in Luzon. And of course, I told you that pandemic will not stop us from rendering extension activities. That's why we have these continuous extension activities, all by Dr. Maria Asuncion Beltran. We have this on YouTube that if you want to be trained on, if you want to improve your livelihood and delve into free-range chicken, meat, and egg production, so you can just go search for it in YouTube and watch this. Okay, so aside from those, we have also conducted a lot of relevant extension activities. So I will not mention them one by one. So this is not the master list. This is just a short list of our extension activities, but we have a lot. Now we go now to my favorite part. I really love students being involved in extension activities. So these are the students' extension highlights. So why do we involve students in our extension activities? So I have mentioned earlier that they should be exposed early for them to know the situation, for know where they can help or where they can extend help. So these are the roles of our students. They impart the knowledge learned in their own homes or communities. They extend help. They improve animal productivity, improve their income and livelihood. They're advocates for animal welfare. They are therefore campaign for animal and public health. And they should know that they are to be of service to the community. Of course, we do not bring all the students around in our extension activities. We pick our clinicians, but because these clinicians are already equipped, they are already knowledgeable about production, welfare, and clinical activities. So most of the time, we involve our junior and senior clinicians in our extension activities. Okay, so they have also a lot of activities that they are involved in. They're involved in planning, facilitation, implementation, and dissemination of information during our conduct of extension activities. So some of the activities before pandemic. We do anti-rabies vaccination drives. We immerse ourselves together with our clinicians in the community or in the farmers or the community level. So they get to interact with farmers. They learn how to deal with them. They learn how to speak to them with politeness and how to deal with future clients. That's just a training for them. And also with their participation in anti-rabies vaccination drive, they're able to apply and share the knowledge from immunology, virology, canine medicine, and the rest. This happens during mass vaccination, anti-rabies vaccination drives. So this is really, really fun. Okay, our students also do volunteer works with our provincial veterinarian, Dr. Maria Lorna Bacolanta. And also we are involved in various activities for rabies awareness. There, students taking the history of one dog before vaccination. And also, again, as I have mentioned, we get our hands dirty, we get our clothes dirty as we go to the roots, to the farmers level, and help them with their problems and concerns. As this picture says, ayun, these are now our doctors. Back then, they were still students, helping the farmers in solving the diarrhea in their goats. Okay, same thing. And clients with pets or pet owners. Students should be able to practice dealing with them because we have different moods and different behaviors or different cultures of our clients. So they have to be trained hands-on. Okay, so another one is their OJT at home or extension at home. During the pandemic, our students cannot go out to the different industry, different farms in the different parts of the Philippines as they usually do for their on-the-job training. So during the mid-year of this year and last year, these are just some of their activities. They were taught on different animal production areas through webinars, of course, with the aid of our experts, and they are doing hands-on. They did hands-on in their own respective homes or in their own respective communities. So this one is Kathy. Does Kathy has a boyfriend already? So Kathy is into duck production. So she helped the family or the community in raising the ducks, improve the productivity of these ducks, and maybe educated the owners or his or her family, I mean, in sustaining the production or the project. This also Miss Indita, raising Muscovy ducks, applying all the knowledge she has learned in production. And this is Rachel on the native pig production. So look at the pigs, they're so cute. These are our native pigs in the Philippines. So native pigs are quite expensive, so raising them may give you a promising profit. Okay, and another one right here, this is Belinda, raising also native pigs at home, applying all the knowledge she has learned. And this is a trend in the Philippines. They quote rabbit as an alternative for chicken, as they are also as proteinaceous and as nutritious as the chicken, but this is very expensive. And they can actually earn much money in raising rabbits. That's why some of our students delve in rabbit production during their OJT at home during pandemic, because they also have to make their feasibility studies and check on the profit they earned after they raise these rabbits. So others delve into broiler production there, and native chicken production, goat production, and tilapia, and some other production activities conducted by other students. So these are just some of the pictures that I have. And with all these extension activities, we modesty aside, we were awarded, the College of Veterinary Medicine in the university was awarded as the best implementing academic unit from 2018 to 2020 because of our contributions in the community development. This is just one arena, this is just one area though, but this has a lot of contribution, our successful extension activities. CVM faculty also won National Civil Service Commission Pag-asa Award for enhancing goat productivity through Farmers Livestock School on integrated goat management back then. And just recently, our faculty members also won Regional Civil Service Commission or HAP Awards for the Free Range Chicken Project. So I believe that our activities are noble and our activities are conducted successfully, because not just because of these awards, but because of the testimonies of our farmers that they have improved. These projects or these extension activities have improved their profits, their livelihood, and even the goals of their family. Some of them are actually planning to delve more on a larger scale for chicken and larger scale for other animal production. And as I end my lecture, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So being an extensionist in the Philippines is not actually it's not really profitable. We do not gain a lot of money by doing extension activities, but we gain a lot of thank yous and we gain a lot of friends. So when you lose yourself in this service of activities, I mean the service of others, I mean this will contribute to your to the development of you being a human, you being a concerned human, and you being a productive human. So with that, thank you very much. Maraming salamat po. I am now open to your questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Lordy, for such nice presentation about. I always remember the name from your excellent project was extension.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really great because it is give me especially such a beautiful inspiration. Also that we as academician maybe not only just learn to research a lot, but we need to do like some community service more. Not too profitable, no, but I think this is more likely for our heart also.
Yes.
I don't know. This might be like from our heart, it will be happy to tell others about uh, sustainability, agriculture, or stock, or like I see the native pigs was very cute because I know a pig maybe like white and the native pig from Philippines really different. Maybe it's really different also with the taste. I don't know, but the other is we can see that a lot of project that already given from the Tarlac University was really great. So we also mentioned to the participant that we will have like maximum 30 minutes for Q&A session. So if any one of you want to have questions, just raise your hands or just unmute yourself. So don't be shy, just ask because Dr. Lordy will, I think, will give us more information if maybe you have any different kind of questions or perspective about extension in here.
And also may I add, Ibu Iska, that
Yes.
one of the goals, one of our expected outcomes here is that our participants, our students may be able to try to formulate or try to apply this in their own communities in the future. Try to formulate projects or activities. So I hope to see you extending help for farmers or communities in the future.
Yes, it is inspiration. Also, we need to have the same goals. I think I will see from the form we didn't see any questions. And for participants, please don't be shy. If one of you from ITS or from Indonesia very shy to speak in English, is okay. I will translate it for you, or just speak. Anyone? Hello? And actually, I have some, what can I tell? Questions. I don't know if it's questions or a suggestion. I'm just remember that Philippines also looks like Indonesia with archipelago. A lot of island we have it.
Yes.
And Tarlac University maybe occur only in one island. How your university, I think, how the projects can manage? I think you mentioned before that a lot of people coming to you to ask more training something. How you define or maybe you clustering your priorities to give the training for the people? I mean, did you give it to the people with some what can I say? You have a clustering.
How do we do this? Yeah, how do we do the schedule? How we do the
partition?
partition?
How you choose the partition because you have a lot archipelago also, right?
Okay. As I have mentioned earlier, we do not go and walk into the different universities with different islands or different provinces. We do not just go there. So we wait for their request. So if there will be requests, we try to schedule.
Mhm.
And if we cannot attend to that, because that's why we train also trainers. So we train other
Okay.
trainers
Yes, yes.
because we cannot attend to everybody. We cannot attend to all of the people in the Philippines or all of the people in the region.
Yeah.
So the people that we have trained will help us in training the next generation that wants to be trained. So we have allies and we have partners and we have trained people to conduct these activities aside from us.
Okay. So the training of trainers is
Yes.
like what can I say? If you can attend, you can give it. And I think you have a TOT in each a lot of spread of the Philippines or just and what the TOT is native also from the place that
Yes,
they.
that's why our participants during the first training sessions are
Mhm.
the technicians or veterinarians from the different provinces. So if we have trained them already, they can go back to their provinces and do the training themselves. But for
Okay.
some areas, but for some areas that wherein there are not much trained people, so we go there. But we do the first things first. We do training of trainers
Yeah.
for yes, for these trainers to go back to their places and do the activity and do the
Mhm.
extension activity. That's what
And
we do.
great, great. So and after that, you always do like monitoring and evaluate the trainer also, right? Because I think maybe in each year there will be more and more new information about agriculture or something like livestock and the others. You give them also the update for my maybe for the method to do like
Yes.
pick native and something like that. Yes,
Yes.
regularly. That will be
Regularly.
great and more effort to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for our updating,
Mm-hmm.
if the area is part of our project, we do regular monitoring.
Oh,
But
good.
if it's beyond our project, say other trainers of different provinces, they can do
Mm-hmm.
it on their own. They can monitor
Okay.
them. They can monitor the progress or the development of the projects in their respective areas. Most of the time, it's actually the task of the agricultural training institute in the different regions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great, Dr. Lordy. It's again like inspiration to me also because it is like in ITS we also have such looks like community service. Yeah,
Yes,
we
it's
also
community
have that.
service. Extension
Yeah.
is community service. Yes, it's the
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
same.
but that's maybe more nice to say extension, I think, because and we also now we also develop such program that student can also join with us with the name of the title like KKN. Maybe ITS student know about this one like KKN, the community service from the student that lecturer also have their project. Student also can join or also have their own project, and that will be
Yes.
great. Okay, maybe our participant want to ask some questions or maybe information about extension and more information. Anyone? Just raise your hand and be shy. What time in there already? Total already. I think it's still very early in the morning.
Yes, it's 3:41 a.m. here. And it's cold.
And it's cold. Okay.
Yeah.
So can I have one questions more?
Okay.
Because I'm just wondering something.
Yeah, it's okay.
In our department we also have like a community service also, right? Do you and it is just between a college and a student. Not all students love to do like community service. How you
Yes.
like
Okay.
want to say persuade them to just please come, we can go. I'm just persuade my student like how I have a community service in the forest because this is my subjects, and I say you can go traveling, you can see a local people, but sometimes they just go and then, oh, it just look like this. Just maybe shock. I don't know. And then they just the others is like, wow, I'm so happy I'm doing this. But the others like, oh, we need to more effort to make sure that they have their I don't know, the
Yes.
connection to the
Yes. Yes.
community. What do you do to
Okay.
this case?
In the first place, our clinicians are really trained on that. It's one of their activities, so they cannot ignore, or they cannot say no because this is one of the
Okay.
requirements. It's one of the
Uh-huh.
requirements, and one more thing, we of course we are very careful about conducting extension activities. So all of this should be um, taken seriously, that they have to have the papers, of course, the permits from the parents.
Yep.
And if this will be allowed by the university, I think
Yeah.
if there's a waiver for that. But I haven't encountered such students that would say no to extension activities. Yes, for the past years, maybe there are some a little lazy students, but in terms of their hearts for extension activities, especially if you can imagine our vaccination drive, that we walk through municipalities and different areas, and we walk house to house for the anti-rabies vaccination drive.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a long day for us, for especially for students. I haven't seen one student who made alibis or excuses of not going. Yes, they really are so into it, and they like it, if I am not mistaken. I
Mhm.
haven't seen, yes, I haven't seen stubborn students, stubborn, or the students who would ignore these activities, because this is fun. We make sure that this is fun.
Mhm.
Everybody's laughing, um yes, everybody's enjoying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, sometimes we just say like, oh, why? What can we do? For the student, they need to improve. So that's why I think the ITS also improve a lot of a program also in, I think in the past 2 years or 3 years, ITS really improvement for students to enhance their ability to just talk with people,
Yes.
to connection with nature, to
Yes.
connection
Yes.
with the community. That's really important, because we cannot live in our own like academician. We just need to do research, but we need
Yes.
to tell others that our research is can improve this. And um
And also, this is just the side of our college, the College of
mhm,
Veterinary Medicine.
mhm.
Our other programs, like the College of Education, Teacher Education, the College of Agriculture and Forestry, they also have their own success extension stories. This is just the side of us. This is just the College of Veterinary Medicine. But if you will find out the different activities conducted or rendered by other colleges in the university, you will also be amazed that they do literacy training, they do something, but anyways, but this is just our story. So you
Yes,
will
yes.
be more amazed if other colleges will be sharing their extension stories or extension activities. Some of them
Mhm.
have adopted a what do you call that, a house for abandoned children, so they do also their
Okay.
extension activities there.
Mm,
Some of them go to the different um, IPs, indigenous people, and teach them how
ah,
to read and teach them how to write. So
yeah, yeah.
there are a lot of noble stories also from the other colleges. So this is just our perspective at the College of
Mhm.
Veterinary Medicine and as
Okay.
veterinarian.
Yes, yes. That's why from your perspective, we always say that
Yes.
farmers and are also doing a lot of noble like anti-rabies. I think this is really great to do, because uh and the vaccine and something like that is more important for farmers and maybe for more people. Uh Wait, I would love to check from the forms. That's okay. I think one of you maybe have any questions to Ibu Lordy? How can I speak in polite ways? Ibu is a really great like mommy.
Okay.
Okay, I think I would mention that can our department also contact to Dr. Lordy about more like connection, collaboration between
Oh yes.
Department of Biology and also to your department, because in my department also we have like zoology, what can I say,
Yes,
department.
yes.
Yes, part
Yes.
of our department that's really
I
mentioned about the livestock and maybe histology and another, not only for just collaboration or research. Maybe I'm just wondering that we
oh,
can
we
do
would love
like
that.
extension collaboration.
Yes.
I think our
Yes.
university do like collaboration, student action, something, but we can do like
Yes,
extension
we do a lot of
community
like
service.
that with
Yeah.
Brawijaya University now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You
Yes.
mentioned Broward University and also
Yes.
University
Gadjah
of
Mada.
yeah. Because
Um
they also
um
have some, I think, the same department
College of
with
Veterinary
Tarek.
Medicine.
Yes, and
Yes.
in ITS we also have. No, no,
Okay.
no, no, not looks like a veterinary, but we have a biology. We have like
Yes. These are
related
allied
with Europe.
colleges.
Yes.
These are allied programs. We
Mm-hmm.
can actually connect. But Ma'am Ibu Iska, since I
Yep.
am on leave, I'll be on leave for 1 year or so. I don't know. I'm on leave starting, which started in October 30. But our one of our speakers here that you have invited, Dr. Crestel Joy Isla, your speaker on November 30 or
Mm-hmm.
November 16, if I'm not mistaken. And Dr. Lavina Gracia Ramirez, your next speaker, November 16, if I'm not mistaken. She's our, you can contact them. Our Dr. Crestel Isla, who is on our participants now, is
Yeah.
in charge.
Dr.
Yes,
Creso
yes,
Jaisa is
Dr. Crestel
already
is in
attended
charge.
participant.
Yes, this is in
Great,
charge. She's in charge of international activities, and she can help you with that. And
great.
Dr. Lavina Gracia is the officer in charge now of the College of Veterinary Medicine. So you can actually contact them. And if you need my speakership, then I can join you if that
That
will
will
be
be
this
great.
soon.
So I'm so
Yes.
sorry for the
I am just on
committee.
vacation, so I can do
I'm just
that.
asking. I got a message from the head of my department. Can you just contact to Atara University that maybe we have some collaboration, not only for research, but more about like community service, like what we can do between Indonesia and Philippines. Maybe we can change the idea between, because I think we have mainly the same commons area, like we are archipelago with a lot of islands. We
Yes.
have like indigenous people a lot. We need in our department we also need how to speak to indigenous people also. It's really
Okay.
important.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, thank you so much, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ibeska.
Yes, I see
Thank you
Dr.
for waking
Crystal
me
also.
up, Dr. Rainey.
Wake me up is really great because too early. But
Yes, I forgot about
okay.
the time difference. Oh my gosh.
Okay, for the committee, because there is no questions ahead, is it okay to end session, Dr. Rainey and Wajid? Okay, I think thank you so much to Dr. Lordy Plaza for such nice presentation, and I think it is also inspiring to us about more community service. The name is extension in Philippines, and in ITS we also have like pengabdian masyarakat. We also cite very long pengabdian
Okay.
masyarakat, and for student we have a KKN, like KKN. Because I don't know, it's very KKN is more enjoyable to say for a student, and I hope from this we can gain more activities, more collaboration on the research, I think community service, and also it can implement also in us in our regions, and it might be such nice program from the Tarlac is from barangay programs. We need to search about that, because I think that was your successful story in community service and in extension. Thank you so much to Dr. Plaza, and such early morning you join with us, such nice beautiful stories and a
No
lot of
problem.
inspiration. Great. Thank you so much. And I think for the time I will go back to the MC. Mbak Uci, thank you so much. And apologize if I might have a mistake during the
It's okay.
conversation and something like that. Thank you
I'm
so
happy
much.
talking with you. Thank you. Thank
Great.
you, Ibu Iska. Thank
Yes,
you.
sama-sama. Thank
Okay.
you, MC.
Thank you very much. Terima kasih for Dr. Lordy Plaza for an excellent lecture day. It's such an interesting topic. And again, thank you for Ibu Iska Desmawati, of course, for conducting this amazing session. Okay, for participants, please give applause to our speaker and moderator by using Zoom reaction feature. Okay, furthermore, we would like to present a certificate awarding to our speaker and also for our moderator today. Okay, for the first for certificate, it's for Dr. Lordy Plaza. And after this, there is a certificate for Ibu Iska Desmawati. Okay, once again, thank you very much for Dr. Lordy Plaza and Ibu Iska Desmawati for your availability of today's guest lecture series. And we believe that your lecture would be useful for the participant in the present or on the future. Now, before we end our lecture today, we would like to invite all participants as well the honorable speaker and moderator to take a group photo. So I hope all the participants please open your camera and I will count in the 3 so we can take a group photo together. Okay, for the first slide, I will count on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, to the second slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we finish a group photo. I'm sorry, Dr. Lordy Plaza, have you want to say something? Sorry.
Yes, can you send me the certificate? That's what I want to ask. Thank you.
Yes. It will be sent by a committee later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now we've finished our group photo, and then for the participants, please fill the feedback form through the link that bit.ly/feedback_GLS. That you can also see in the Zoom chat room that the deadline of filling the feedback is 1 hour after we finish the session. And after that, we want to remind you to the participant who want to have a stamp for are the participant who come join in time, join this event until the end and also fill the feedback form. And for the next week, we held some interesting topics in 2 different streams. As you can see in the share screen, we will have application of Malaysian seashells waste for the hydroapsate production. And then we have responsible animal production and consumption, and it's gonna be streamed on 6 November 2021. So don't miss out this GLS on SDG session 2. And finally, we reached at the end of today's guest lecture series, and we sincerely apologize for any mistakes we may have made in the presenting as master of ceremony and as a committee. And thank you very much for our honorable speakers, moderator, and all participants for the attention and cooperation. We hope to see you soon in other events or on another occasion in the future. Don't forget to follow our social media on Instagram, that is at ITS International Office, and Facebook, that is ITS International Office, and keep updated for our programs. So that's from me and committee. Good afternoon and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Stay safe. Hope to see you soon. And I hope to see you all in person.
Yes,
you.
we also
Once
Stay
hope.
again,
safe.
Thank you.
Once again,
Thank you, Dr.
so much,
Rini.
Dr.
Thank you.
Lordy,
Dr.
Ibu
Iska,
Iska,
thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, allow me to end this session in 5,
I love
4,
you
3,
guys.